And now on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning, apart from the adverts taking about 80% of the front page, the advert is about the door-to-door movement of 2007 of the presidents, Bola Tinubu. That is like 80% of the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. But other stories you can find, the largest caption on the 2027 election, 6 legal hurdles before INEC. That story is on page 3. And on constituency projects, alleged funding suspension throws reps into rowdy session. That story, if you are interested, is on page 12 and on page 22. And that's the last story we'll see on the front page of the Punch. Rising prices threatens Nigeria's poverty reduction gains. That is credited to the IMF, that's the International Monetary Fund. And those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. All right. Now moving on to analysis of the stories we are seeing. I would actually like to start with the issue we heard on social media and, of course, on the conventional news channels yesterday about the issues of violence in the Ojo area of Ibadan, or your state capital. It's quite unfortunate that it's not making the front page of any of the dailies we have looked at this morning, but I feel it is very important that we talk about it and know actually what happened during the crisis that ensued yesterday in the Ojo area. So, Mr. Olalekon, I'm sure you heard about this. What do we actually know that happened in Ojo yesterday? The clash between the Yoruba and the Hausa people in Ojo area of Ibadan yesterday. What do we know that really happened?
Thank you very much. I may not want to look at it from the angle of Hausa Yoruba dichotomy. What I heard is that around 10-11 p.m. of Tuesday, the day before yesterday, a particular person someone from a particular tribe went to use the POS service provided by someone from a different ethnic stock. From what I understand, the person was paid after transacting his business and he left to do one or two things, leaving his tricycle in front of the POS shop. Upon his return to pick his his tricycle and move, they told him that your transaction declined, and for that reason you have to bring back the money we gave you. And the guy said, well, I have used the money, but luckily for you, here is my tricycle in front of your shop. This is the key to the tricycle. This is my phone. This is my wallet. Hold everything. We'll come back tomorrow, because I learned that they actually went through the terminal of the POS to see if the transaction went through or not. And the network was not cooperative at that particular point in time. So the guy said, let me return tomorrow and we'll both check your machine to see, they call it terminal, to see if the transaction actually succeeded or not. And before anybody could understand what was happening, someone from somewhere came, slapped the guy who did the transaction, and before he could respond, he was stabbed. People rushed out to help the guy who had been stabbed, and before they could get to the hospital, the guy lost the battle, the ultimate battle. And people from his ethnic stock returned to that place yesterday to say, no, this cannot stand. How can you stab somebody simply because of a failed transaction? And it wasn't as though this guy was acting up. He said, "This is my bike. This is my motor tricycle. This is my phone." I mean, how much?
What else?
How much exactly did he collect that a tricycle couldn't stand for? So people of his stock returned to the place yesterday to confront them. How could you have done something like this? And according to what we heard, one of the people they went to accost brought out a rifle, not just a gun, a rifle, and he started shooting. That is huge. That is huge.
Okay, so like you said, okay.
I was actually driving somewhere. Upon hearing the gunshots, of course, they had to run. So they now went to mobilize to return to the place to settle the score. Before they could return, security operatives already cordoned off the place. Not before they were able to set some places alight. At the end of the day, I confirmed that 2 people died. The guy who went to do the transaction and another person from the opposite ethnic stock. At this particular point, I think the government has a lot to do. If we do not know the particular guy who slapped, we know who owns that shop, that POS shop. That is the person you need to pick.
So they can begin to trace from there.
If you pick that, I'm not even interested in whoever did or who didn't do what. What I know too well is that whoever came to stab must have been fighting on behalf of the guy who owns that shop. So pick the guy who owns that shop. I don't believe in substituted arrest or stuff like that, but this is a very different case. Pick the guy who did the stuff. Through him, you will know the guy who did the bad job. Because, I mean, you couldn't have gone there to stab someone. I couldn't have gone there to stab someone. It must have been someone who knew the owner of the shop too well and was defending him that did that. So if you pick the guy who owns the shop, you do little technology work that I may not be able to go into fully for the fact that it's an active case, you are going to know the guy who's there.
Okay, so Mr. Lelekon, how important is it? Because you did say now that we shouldn't really target with any ethnicity, which I totally agree. But the thing is that on social media, it is very pronounced that 2 ethnic groups are actually being vocally mentioned, involved in this crisis. And a lot of people want to say Nigeria has been treading that path. Some people would even say maybe part of perfidy, in the sense that we keep preaching the ethnic divide, the ethnicity, and even in our constitution, there's something called the federal character, which still says that a particular amount of a particular group must be in power, and a lot of people want to see
what federal character means is that all federal agencies are going to reflect all ethnic groups.
Yes, it's
not just that it's one group that's going to
yes, but a lot of people want to say that in itself, is still dividing us. Meaning, a lot of people want to argue that even if the governor of Oyo State is from another tribe, for example, as long as Oyo State functions, what is the problem? We are all Nigerians. So how important is it that we as Nigerians should see ourselves as one rather than divided? I mean, in order to stop all this kind of violence, how important is it?
As far as I'm concerned, if we are all in the same country, then we need to see ourselves as one, because our destinies are tied. That is the truth of the matter. If Nigeria is good, it's not just going to be good in the southwest or the southeast.
Exactly.
It's going to be good everywhere.
It's going to be called Nigeria.
Yes, and if things are bad, just like as we have right now, things are going to be bad everywhere.
You must throw that in.
No, that is the truth of the matter.
Yes, please.
So what I'm trying to say here is this: we are all in a ship, and we need to see ourselves as one. But that doesn't mean that we should condone nonsense displayed by people. Oh, at least we are one. We can do whatever. No. There's no room for that. There's absolutely no room for that. That's why I'm saying that the authorities have a very simple task to do. We all know the guy who owns the shop. Go to Ojo today. Everybody, they call the place Strabag. A certain guy operates a POS terminal there. Pick that guy up. Through that guy, you will know who did this stuff. It's as simple as that. Who knows, even if you called somebody, oh, come here, come on, defend me. So these are little things that the government has to do before they can actually pick. I mean, I wouldn't want us to look at it from the angle of, oh, X versus Z. No. Countless instances where people would be having issues, bickering over something very, very little. And all of them are from the same ethnic stock. And someone from somewhere will come and do something silly. It happens. That is how I want to say this. And I want the government to take advantage of this thing is clear enough. It's not about a boogeyman or somebody you cannot trace. We know the identity of the owner of that shop. Through the owner of that shop, if I were to be the DPP for your state, I would actually charge the POS guy with this murder. Because everything happened in your shop. In his defense, if he now says, oh, it wasn't me, okay, who is it? Anybody who was there must have been fighting on your behalf. So if it wasn't you, then who is it? It might give you the name of somebody people from Enugu should pardon me this morning. From Enugu, or people from Yobe should pardon me this morning. Someone from Yobe. You'll have to now do little technology work to know where the guy was at a particular time. If the name of the person he is giving you is not around that place, then he is kidding. But if it's the name of someone who is around that place, and guy, how far everything happened. These are things that can be easily fixed.
Okay, so we know that before it got to the conventional news media, we know that the breaking news, as it usually happens, was on the social media. And I would like us to look at how dangerous it is to actually spread rumors and unverified information, especially on social media, during this kind of unrest.
Nigeria has been a country of suspicion for a very long time.
A country of suspicion.
Yes.
Very, very, very interesting.
Especially when it's across religious or ethnic lines. Suspicion is thicker than what you can ever imagine.
Yes.
If it were to be a case of Yoruba versus Yoruba or Hausa versus Hausa, you wouldn't say anything on social media.
You probably wouldn't
make
blow
news.
this year.
At most, it's a case of two fighting, like they say on the street. But once it crosses that line of ethnicity or religion, then it becomes breaking news. For the social media, you cannot remove the significance of social media. I like social media, despite the fact that I want it to be regulated. I want it to be regulated because there's a lot of nonsense. Take for instance, there's something they are saying about Goodluck Jonathan that, they actually gave me 500 billion naira to contest against Peter Obi so as to ensure that Peter Obi doesn't get all the votes in the southeast and south-south. And the person who typed that nonsense was saying it as though he heard it from Goodluck Jonathan's mouth.
Or maybe they gave the money to him to give to Jonathan.
I've read a lot of nonsense on social media as well, where they were talking about the Sultan of Sokoto that, I have 34 oil wells in the Niger Delta region, and I cannot sacrifice any of them for anything. If Nigeria wants to burn, let it burn. I must keep my 34. All these are things that nobody can prove. They are false. They are totally untrue. So for people who put such things on social media, they need to be made to prove what they are saying.
What they have said.
That's that. Number two.
But that is not in place yet. Like that kind of law is not in place yet.
It is not in place, but
because eventually
we should have something like that.
Yeah, because eventually, where do we draw the line between freedom of expression and
violation of my own rights?
How do we draw the line?
You need to understand that where your own rights ends, it's where mine begins. You can say whatever you want to say for as long as you do not tarnish my image. The moment you begin to tarnish my image, it's no longer freedom of expression, freedom of speech. It's now defamation. That is it. So for this particular case, if the government actually wants it to die down and bring back the trust of the people, the owner of that shop needs to be picked up as soon as possible. And not just picking him up. You must pick him up for prosecution.
At least we know for sure that is how it started.
Yes.
That is verified.
Yes, that is verified. So for me, in social media, it is always going to be there. What the government makes out of this particular matter is what is going to solidify that suspicion or water it down. If the government does the right thing by making sure that the particular guy pays for what has happened, then when next it happens, people are not going to be particularly concerned about the ethnicity of that person because they are sure of justice happening.
And would this actually prevent any form of reprisal attacks?
The truth of the matter is that looking at what's on the ground,
that has already happened.
it has happened. It is still happening. I understand that that place is still flooded as we speak right now with security operatives. Anybody who wants to do the press, in fact, people who went there yesterday to do what they want, they didn't even have the time or the space to do what they wanted to do. It's not safe to say that, oh, since they didn't do it yesterday, they will not
Try to do it
attempt to
again.
come back today. They are still going to be there today. So for me, if I were to be the IG of police, I'll make sure that people from the other side, that we're talking about two different ethnic groups here right now. People in cities, towns, and villages where the people from the other side are from need to have visible security this morning, because Nigeria is one sick country. People take things out of proportion. Should you do this, they will say, oh, it's because it's from this place. So what I'm saying right now is that in the north, there should be some sort of visible security this morning so that people will not take advantage of what is happening here, because there are irredentists who lock their brains when matters happen from the other side. If it's within their family, their fold, they'll say, oh, well, it's one of those things. But once it crosses that line, then everybody goes haywire. So you need to make sure that people like that are put in place, in their place this morning, to make sure that they don't do what is needless.
Okay, so let us talk about the security operatives and their response timing. We know that some shops had already been set ablaze before they got there.
Yes.
But would we say that their response was still a little bit timely, or was it a little? Or do you think that if they got there maybe a little earlier, maybe it wouldn't have escalated as much as it did?
Security operatives are not wizards. They react, they respond, and something must have prompted their reaction. When shops started going on fire, something had happened that they needed to respond to, and they didn't feel so badly. What I want to see happen this morning is that the owner of that shop needs to be picked up. That is number one. Number two, they said a certain guy called General was the one who opened fire. Who is General? Where did he see that rifle? That should also be addressed. Number three, they said there is a particular circle within Ojo, on top of that hill, where bad boys do bad things. That place needs to be liberated. They need to clear that place. I could see bush and stuff like that there. All the bush needs to go down. If there are shanties there, knock them down. Make sure that that place becomes a normal place, not a refuge for people who may want to have criminal minds. Because from what I understand, they came from that particular place. The people who did the stabbing and stuff like that. And when people went there yesterday to ask questions, people who came charging at them with rifles also came from that place. So that place needs to be dismantled. That is it.
All right, you're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Perspective Unlimited is the program you're listening to, and my name is Kunle Olowu. Here with me in the studio is Olalekan Sani, who is our analyst today. Okay, I haven't said all of that about the issues that happened in Ojo, axis of Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, yesterday. Let us now move to other stories. A very popular one, as a matter of fact, and that has to do with the controversy involving the PFIPC and the agency that is existent or non-existent in Nigeria. And we have this report here on Vanguard saying that the brewing storm over the controversial Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, that's the PFIPC, that it took a dramatic turn yesterday as the Embattled Director General of the Council, Adeni Adeyemi, declared his readiness to cooperate fully with the Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission, that's the ICPC, to unravel how the ghost agency secured a whopping 1.3 billion naira allocation in the 2026 budget. We also have that Adeni declared his declaration came on the heels of a 30-day ultimatum issued by President Bola Tinubu to the ICPC to investigate the council, which the presidency insists is non-existent and completely fraudulent. Now, we've talked about this so many times last week, and it is still ongoing today. What really catches my attention here is that the president has given the ICPC 30 days to investigate the matter. What do we think? What do we say about the timeliness of this, or this timeline? How realistic is it for a thorough investigation? 30 days. Do you think that is actually a thing?
Thank you very much. In my opinion, I don't even think they need up to 30 days to come up with something meaningful.
Why do you think so?
As far back as November 2025, this guy had been taken to court. Well, guess what? No action happened on that particular case. Why? In my opinion, it was about instituting a case against the guy before the budget was presented. Don't talk of it being approved, so that you could use that as some sort of leverage on the guy. Guy, as you can see, I have your balls in my hands. If you misbehave, I'll crush them. So what exactly did they have in their hands that they took to court then? That is what I want to know. That is number one. Number two, the presidency has come out openly to say that this particular agency never existed, never through a legislative act or an executive declaration. It is not there. It has never been there. It was not there. The Senate came out to say that, we did not approve the establishment of this agency. So what exactly are you investigating there? There is nothing to investigate. It's about prosecution. Who put the name of that particular agency in the budget? That is just what you need to understand. Talk to the budget, Ministry of Budget, headed by the former governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, who brought the memo stating that this agency will be needing this, will be needing that.
Money.
Who approved office space for that agency in the federal sector?
Who recruited for them?
Who recruited 300 staff for that agency? But, I do not think that, I know too well that what ICPC is going to do has already been destroyed from the beginning. And the reason is that the president said, ICPC, investigate this particular agency. If you have been following the story, a certain name keeps revolving, and that's the name of Femi Gbajabiamila.
Yeah.
Guess what? The president said, investigate what is happening. And the same day, the president gave Gbajabiamila
to head the police reform.
How do you do that?
All right, let us hold that thought and go on a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to discuss more on the issue around the PFIPC and the ghost agency that is being investigated by the presidency. You're still on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Perspective Unlimited is the program. We will be back after the commercial break. Stay tuned.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets, all on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 1914. BillStation. Your world, your money, one station.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Welcome to Juniors International School, Ibadan, where academic excellence thrives in an atmosphere of love, care, and safety. With a team of experienced and dedicated educators who inspire young minds in a stimulating environment that nurtures learning, creativity, character, and confidence. Our rich and dynamic curriculum prepares pupils for outstanding success in both local and international examinations, opening doors to limitless opportunities and a bright future anywhere in the world. At Juniors International School, we go beyond academics. We identify and nurture every child's unique potential, raising globally minded leaders guided by strong moral values and godly principles. Join us in shaping tomorrow's leaders today. Admission test into pre-nursery to year 5 holds on Tuesday, 4th August 2026. Venue, Juniors International School, Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Time 9 a.m. Admission forms are available online at www.juniorsinternationalschool.com/admissions or at the school premises. Juniors International School, Center of Excellence.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it, with delivery to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafi Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, now you are welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Before we went on that quick commercial break, we were talking about the scandal rocking the PFIPC and the ghost agency that the presidency says should be investigated. And we also would like to tell the people at home now that it is time. If you want to be a part of the show, you can call into the studio on 091-6893-1000. You can also call 091-5333-4893. The last number you can call it 0911 3333 893 for you to be a part of the program today to give us your perspective about what we are talking about. So back to Mr. Olalekan. Like we said before we went on that quick commercial break, a lot of critics are actually arguing that the presidency should not be seen as both the complainant and also the authority directing the investigation. Is that concern really justified?
As far as I'm concerned, minding the fact that a very, very senior member of the presidency is the one involved
in person of Gbajabiamila,
the chief of staff to the president. I would have preferred a scenario where an independent body investigates. There is nothing wrong in having the NBA, the Nigerian Bar Association, having them do this. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the ICPC is not likely to come up with something totally solid here.
Why do you think so?
The reason is that the president, in my opinion, has written a memo. In my opinion, like I am saying, has written an unworded memo to the ICPC to exonerate Gbajabiamila. And the reason is that Gbajabiamila is the central figure in all of what is happening. Same day, ICPC investigate what is happening there. Same day, Gbajabiamila, I am showing my confidence in you by appointing you as the chairman of this strategic committee that is going to midwife state police.
So,
I mean, that is clear.
So, are you
now
saying?
I want to make a statement.
You will.
Okay.
You will. I'm just saying. So, for the fact that Gbajabiamila is actually in the center, is the center name that we've all been hearing in this scandal, and the presidency said ICPC should go and investigate, because according to what you said in your own opinion, you believe the presidency has said
I was told ICPC
to exonerate
that is my personal opinion.
Now, is your personal opinion hinged on the fact that the presidency still made Gbajabiamila to chair the committee that will oversee the creation of state police in Nigeria, or can it just be that is what is supposed to have happened, and the president is just still playing according to the script until Gbajabiamila is found guilty or not?
For the people, it's a case of innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
But for the leadership, it's a case of guilty until proven innocent. If you are accused of wrongdoing and you are at the top, you cannot investigate yourself. You must step aside for an independent body to come and check what exactly is happening. Are you clean or not? Now you are asking an agency that Gbajabiamila can, in his capacity as the chief of staff to the president, call this morning to say what is happening there. It's now
give him all the information.
You must talk to that person because he is your boss at a particular point in time. It's not out of place for the chief of staff to the president to place a call to the head of ICPC. I mean, how are your operations like? Is there anything you want us to help you with? It's okay. So if someone you are investigating is still the one you have to talk to get one or two things, how exactly are you going to investigate that person thoroughly? The fact that Mr. President has not suspended Gbajabiamila till this very present day tells you that, in my opinion, Mr. President is in the know as regards what's happening. The fact that he is now appointing him to head a committee, someone who has been accused of stealing, whether truly or falsely, that's a different ballgame.
But remember, Gbajabiamila is the one who started all of this in the first place.
He started this simply because the guy was not dancing to his tune, according to the guy.
Yeah, so that's not a fact yet.
It is not a fact, but the truth of the matter is that you cannot say it is not true. So let us have an independent body that will listen to Gbajabiamila, that will listen to Prince Adeyemi as he calls himself, and now fact check who exactly is right, who is not right. We don't know, right? I'm not saying Gbajabiamila is dirty. I'm not saying the other guy is clean. I'm not saying the other guy is clean and Gbajabiamila is... No. That is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that the competence, the integrity, the character of these two people, like their personalities,
put to question,
are currently being questioned. We cannot vouch for their integrity, at least for now. Let us have the NBA, Nigerian Bar Association, look at the two of them. Present your facts. Let's see what is happening. But the same day ICPC investigate, the same day ICPC know that I'm appointing this person to head this particular committee, you have told, in government circles, you don't need to write a memo. That is stronger than a memo. You have told the ICPC clearly that this is a no-go area. Don't go there. That is it. You don't do things like that. And that, in my opinion, clearly shows that Mr. President knew all along about the deal. That is my personal opinion.
All right. Mr. Alale Kosani believes that the presidency is in the know of the deal all along. The
president.
Yes, that is his opinion. And the matter is still under investigation. And we will see how it will end. But still on this matter, also remember, people at home, that you can be part of the show by calling into the studio. I'll give you the phone lines again. The first number you can call is 09168931000. I'll take that number again, 09168931000. Another number you can call is 09153334893. 09153334893. The final number you can call is 091133333893. You can call into the studio to be a part of the show. Okay, now back to the matter on ground. The House of Representatives has actually launched its own probe, and we also know that the Senate has declined to do the same. Now, what does this difference in approach tell us about our legislative oversight? But before you say, let us quickly take this call to know who is on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Ruth calling from Alakia.
All right, you have the floor.
Yes, sir. You know, the clash in Ojo, it really is a reminder that the government must act quickly to protect life and keep the peace that we are enjoying in Oyo State here, which I will keep urging the Oyo State government to investigate what happened. Hold everyone involved accountable, regardless of tribe, because we don't want anything that will discourage the peace we are enjoying in Oyo State. I just hope the needful will be done on time. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, yes. So, like I was saying, what do you think about these two approaches? The House of Representatives, they've launched their own probe. Senate, they are declining to do so. You know, what does it say about their oversight function?
The position of the Senate is strategic. They have been circumspect because this guy came out. I mean, I have not seen. I don't, due respect to VDM or whatever he calls himself, I don't believe in people like that. So I don't watch people like that at all. But if I'm not mistaken, there is a particular story flying around that the so-called DG of the agency told VDM that he didn't go to the National Assembly to defend his budget. I mean, the budget for the agency. And according to tradition, you must come in person to come and defend your budget. How exactly do you intend to spend this particular amount of money? Stuff like that. This guy didn't go to the National Assembly, and somehow his budget was approved. It tells you how deep the connivance was, or should I say must have been. There is no way the National Assembly is going to investigate that without shooting itself in the head, not in the foot.
In the head.
So the Senate looked at it far ahead and said, guys, let's not go into this thing because it's going to indict us at the end of the day. And that's why they did what they did. For the House of Reps, well, you should know that the Senate is composed of experienced politicians. The House of Reps is for the up and coming. Maybe they're not that deep to know that they're actually digging their own grave. I want them to investigate it so that we can actually have enough facts to knock them on the head. But the truth of the matter is that had it been that they are strategic, they would have let the sleeping dog lie. But me personally, I want them to investigate so that we can actually use their own words against them. But as regards what the ICPC is going to come out, I mean, I'm not expecting much from the ICPC. From the House of Reps, not much as well. Because they may not want to go into the details of how the budget got approved. Rather, they want to focus on how the budget for that particular agency found its way into the national budget. but it's still not going to be an avenue for them to escape brutal judgment from someone like me. So let them go ahead. Let them do their coffin.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. I don't want us to dwell so much on that because we have other pressing issues here that I would like us to discuss. And one very interesting one, as seen on Punch, is that of Peter Obi. He did say that there's a chance that, or maybe there's not a chance, he did say something about that, him not being alive, to contest the 2027 presidential election. And the reports we have here on Punch actually has it that the All Progressive Congress and the opposition parties, they've actually clashed over the claims by the 2027 presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress, that's Peter Obi, that his life could be in danger, with the ruling party dismissing the allegation as baseless. However, the Nigerian Democratic Congress, the Obedient Movement Worldwide, and a fraction of the People's Democratic Party accused the federal government of targeting opposition figures, and one, it would be held responsible if anything happens to the former Anambra State governor. I think that is a very bold statement by Peter Obi to have said that. What do you think? Do you feel that Peter Obi should actually be saying such? Do you think that could be seen as maybe overreaching? What was your opinion, Mr. Olaliko?
Thank you very much, Chef. For me, what he said is very weighty. He didn't just say that he may not be alive because of the fact that his biological clock might have, expired by then. He said, as they say, he may be unalived, as they say on the street. That is very, very weighty. That is a very, very huge allegation. And when pressed for why he said something like that, he said something that was difficult for me to, to correlate with what he said. He said there was a particular instance at an airport that vehicles parked along a particular section of the road. His own vehicle also parked, was also parked along that section of the road, and they came to challenge him specifically that, he parked on the wrong side of the road. He was now saying that, why are you not accusing other people of doing the same? Why just me? Well, if you want to be a leader...
let us quickly take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
This is
Aderenke, you have the floor.
Thank you. Concerning the last case, I think you should step down. Pending the time that they will clear his name. Because to me, how can someone, a single person, invariably open an agency without the approval of chief of staff? So I think it should step down. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution, Aderenke. Yes.
As I was saying, if you want to be the president of a country, you must dot your T's, you must dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure that you are not found wanting, because the ruling party, as they often do in Africa, will most certainly, in fact, even in developed democracies, they will use the slightest of mistakes against you. There are countries in the world that if you are convicted of traffic offense, even once in your life, you will not be able to contest it. You die. So if you want to become president, you need to know exactly what you are doing. You must stay on the right side of the law. If they said this is where you are supposed to park and you park on the other lane,
you don't need to question it.
Simply because other people are parking there, it's still not right. The other people are doing it doesn't make it right. So you who wants to be the head of the country,
should know that.
You should obey the law. So as far as I'm concerned, he shot himself in the foot by what he said, by saying what he said. That's number one. Number two, how do they want to kill you? My businesses, they have been going after my businesses. It's not like they are coming directly for my business, but it looks like they are actually hounding my businesses and likes. Name one of the businesses that they have hounded. You are an importer. Have they barred you from importing? Give us the name of okay.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Hello, good morning, King Olowu.
Good morning, sir.
This is Benga Mario.
Hey, Mr. Benga Mario. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think I want to say object a little bit to what the last statement made by Chief Sonny, where he said that what Ovidi was talking about, that it was parking wrongly, and hence it needed to be, maybe it's candidate to be mixed away or whatever. And the point is this: was there an inscription on that area where his car was being parked? Because, like Obi said yesterday, he said there were cars that are parked on that similar road in which he parked his car. So, and he was asking those guys that why didn't they confront those that are parked on the same spot, the same axis he was parking? So, was there an inscription that there's no parking on the spot where he was parking his car? And secondly, he was saying yesterday that some of his businesses have been affected and the likes like that. And the thing is that there are some things that are much more clearer to Obi that we might not know. There are some things that will be happening to him that might not be in the public domain, that for us to consume because they think that this guy is well known in the country. This guy is a presidential contender serially, and they knew that he has a chance, and he's somehow worthy, so that he can compete with the president, the likes of Atiku and the likes like that. So you can expect persecution from any angle. That point. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Yes, thank you very much for your contribution.
I'm not sure Mr. Mary listens to me objectively. I'm not saying that Peter Obi was lying. What I said was that people parked on a particular section of the road didn't mean that you should have parked there. If you have to be extra careful if you want to be, if you are in politics, you must be extra careful simply because of the fact that lights are going to shine more on you than another person. When they came to tell him that, oh, guy, you shouldn't have parked there, did he ask questions? You should have asked questions. Why me? People are parking, and they'll tell you, you are not supposed to park here.
Yeah, but I mean, he said he did ask that.
Yeah?
I said, he did ask that. Why me? The other people are parked.
Not just that. Why are you saying that people are not going to park here? Most likely they're going to target you. You need to know that. They are going to target you. So the point is this. Despite the fact that I'm here, should I have been here at all? If I'm not here, where should I have been? These are the things. They are going to come for you. And they said they targeted his businesses. Give us names. Okay, this is my business. This is what they did.
This is what they did.
That is it. It's not just enough to say, oh, they don't like me and they don't like me. Of course, they're not going to like you.
They should not like you.
They must not like you. You don't like them, they can't like you. It is like that. So you must expect this. What I expected him to have done when they came for him at the airport was that if I thought the story is true, where should I have parked? Where should I have parked?
So it is looking like, are you saying it is looking like Obi himself is already seeing himself as a target? Hence, his quick assumptions for him to say that.
Pardon me, what I saw in the video was some sort of sympathy hunting. It's politics on a different. I'm a political scientist. I understand the game very well. It's sympathy hunting.
So sympathy hunting means that he's trying to make Nigerians feel that I'm being hunted, so that he's going to be more popular by that.
Because I'm dying for you.
That's your opinion.
That's my personal opinion.
All right. Unfortunately, we cannot take any more calls or any more comments. I know that there is still a whole lot of talking angle to this. But of course, remember that Perspective Unlimited airs on Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Mondays to Fridays by 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. For you to hear more on these stories and the likes, always make sure you tune in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Monday to Friday by these times being stated just now. This is as much as we can take on Perspective Unlimited this morning. Do join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Perspective Unlimited. I would like to say a big thank you to everybody who has been a part of the show, especially our analyst, Mr. Olale Kosani. Thank you for this morning again.
It is always an honor to be here.
Yes, and we'll be expecting you again next Thursday. Yes, you're still on to World Radio 89.3 FM. Up next is the Sport Gang, who will be giving us the update on the world of sports and, of course, the FIFA World Cup that is ongoing. Until tomorrow again, I say thank you for being a part of the show. Good morning and God bless you.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Please listen to this important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells.